Today we're going to do a little sightseeing, all right? I want to talk to you guys about United States landmarks. Now, if you don't know, a landmark is usually a statue or a building that holds some sort of significance and is important for a particular reason. I'm going to first go over a couple of famous U.S. landmarks that you guys might have heard of or already visited already, and then I'm going to have a little surprise for you at the end of the video, okay? So stick around. First, I want to just briefly go over a couple famous U.S. landmarks, all right? I do these all myself, all right? So let's go over 2 or 3 or 4 of some famous landmarks of the United States. First one up is the Statue of Liberty. Yes, I drew that myself, all right? So the Statue of Liberty, of course, is the one that you see in New York on Ellis Island. It was delivered to us in 1886, and the Statue of Liberty, we didn't build that. That was actually a gift from France to represent freedom and democracy. So the French people actually gave us the Statue of Liberty, and it's been there ever since 1886. It is 305 feet tall, okay? So I've never seen the Statue of Liberty in person, but it is always great to look at, all right? That is a huge, famous U.S. landmark. Another one, this one's a little closer to home. It's the Gateway Arch, and that's my drawing of it right there. But it's just this big, long arch that's over in St. Louis, all right? And it symbolizes St. Louis as the gateway to the west, all right? Once you enter St. Louis, you're sort of entering and getting closer to the western part of the United States. So again, that's St. Louis is not too far from Minnesota, and that's the Gateway Arch. That's another famous landmark. Let's test out another one. The Golden Gate Bridge, all right? Now, that was a little better drawing here. That is all the way in California. The Golden Gate Bridge, I'm sure you've seen. Very long, very strong bridge. That's in San Francisco. And the bridge itself was completed back in 1937, so it's been standing for a while now. The Golden Gate Bridge can actually withstand 100-mile-per-hour winds, so it's very strong. I actually read there was an earthquake a couple decades ago, and the bridge did not collapse at all or anything like that. So the Golden Gate Bridge is extremely strong and durable, and that's that. Haven't seen that in person either. The last landmark I want to briefly go over is the Liberty Bell. So that's supposed to be a bell with a crack in it. The Liberty Bell is famous for its giant crack that it has in it. The Liberty Bell is made of copper, and it can be found in Pennsylvania. And then, of course, as I mentioned, it has that crack down the middle. That's sort of how you can tell that it's the Liberty Bell, okay? So those are 4 very famous landmarks that you can find in the United States. Now, I want to show you a famous landmark that I am at right now, okay? I am in Blue Earth, Minnesota. Don't ask why. And in Blue Earth, Minnesota, they have their own little landmark. You guys ready for this? Tell me if you guys have seen this before. This is the Jolly Green Giant. There is this giant statue of the Jolly Green Giant found in Blue Earth, Minnesota. You're all free to come on over and check it out. If you come on up and take a peek at it, it is a giant statue of a giant green man, all right? It's very, very cool. People can go up and take pictures of it in Blue Earth. And then over here, they have some facts about the Jolly Green Giant. So let's take a look at that. Visit the Giant Welcome Center and Museum. So this one says, why the big guy? The Green Giant statue is a symbol of the long-standing association of the city of Blue Earth with the Green Giant Company. Peas and corn are still grown and canned here today. So the Jolly Green Giant is a symbol for a company that makes peas and corn and things like that, all right? How long has it been standing? Local businessmen donated money to have a statue of the Jolly Green Giant created in 1978. So back in 1978 is how long it's been here. The statue arrived via flatbed truck on September 21st, 1978. And it was actually erected on the 23rd to preside over the Interstate 90 dedication. The statue was hoisted in a sling by a 65-foot crane in the North Roadside Rest area. And that's the point where the east meets the west, marking I-90. That's the road's completion and representing a 3,028-mile nonstop route from Boston to Seattle. So it kind of marks the highway of I-90, okay? Down here, this paragraph says that the statue was placed in its current location on July 6, 1979. So that thing's been standing there since July 6, 1979. Every winter, he receives a red scarf from Santa to protect him from the cold Minnesota River. So they put a red scarf on him in the winter. The scarf also pays homage to the old 1961 Green Giant logo, a time when the company first entered the frozen food market. All right, so here are some cool facts at the bottom. The statue is 55.5 feet tall. It is made of fiberglass. He wears a size 78 shoe. I wear size 13, so that's a size 78 shoe right there, people. The statue weighs 8,000 pounds. The smile stretches 48 inches, and it costs $43,000 to manufacture. So those are some very cool facts. Let's take a little closer look at the pictures, okay? This one's a little older picture of the Jolly Green Giant, not looking so green. There's some more people taking a look at it. There's the head. There is it back in 1978, I'm assuming, when it's just getting here. And there it was as it's being hoisted by the crane all those decades ago, all right? Down here is a nice little picture of the statue. And then there is when they're putting the red scarf on him. You guys see that in the winter? There's Santa Claus right there. And there's Santa putting the red scarf on the Jolly Green Giant in the winter, okay? So yeah, this thing is kind of cool. I seen this a couple years ago, and I was in Blue Earth today, so I figured I should want to show you guys too. But let's take one final look at the Jolly Green Giant. So if you guys are ever in Blue Earth, it is a town about 2 hours or so from Franklin. Come on out and check out the statue and take a picture with it even. That'd be kind of cool.